Hey Libra, thank you so much for watching. This is your tarot scope for February 2022. So I'm going to start with some oracle cards. Oh, look what jumped out. Pink Lotus Fairy, a time for spirit. I love the lotus. It's my favorite. So this is a super spiritual card right now. And the fact that it jumped out too, it's pretty significant. You're the first reading to have have one of the oracle cards jump out like that. So you must be special, Libra. This could be a very peaceful time in your life or a very spiritual time in your life. You could have a very crazy spiritual moment happen. Oh, this card does not belong in the deck. This is from a different oracle deck. But I guess I'll show it. Burnt by the sun, ambition, extension, reach. I don't know how this card got in here because they're supposed to look like this, not this, but didn't notice that till now, so I'll leave that out there. Why not? Yeah, so you could be working very hard for something. You could even be very overworked too, especially at your job. Dried flower fairy, sweet memories. So you could be really reminiscing right now. You could be thinking about old times with your friends, or if you are older, you could just be thinking about your youth and all the fun, crazy memories you used to have, things that you used to do with other people, all the fun stuff. And then we have Dress of Alchemy, release your power. All right. So you could be really holding yourself back right now, and it's time to let go. It's time for you to show the world how powerful you truly are, especially on the spiritual realm too. Okay, so interesting cards. So I'm going to get into your tarot now, get more specific. And this is going to apply to anyone who has Libra prominent in their chart. So it can be sun or moon or rising. If you just connect very strongly with the Libra energy. Okay. 10 of Cups reverse. All right. So this is a really beautiful card, but it's all about emotional fulfillment and kind of like your fairy tale ending. But it did come up reverse. So it's still a very positive card, but that could just mean that maybe there's one little piece that's missing or something that's off. Some of you might even have a little bit of trouble in your family life, or maybe just nothing major, I feel like, but maybe just a few things that are sort of changing, things that are a little different within your family life or dynamic, perhaps. Um, you could be thinking about marriage too. If you are single, you could be debating whether you do want to get married or not. Um, if you are already married, you could be sort of wondering if maybe there's something lacking in your marriage, maybe. You could be, and again, nothing major, but you're just sort of wondering where to go from here. And you could even be debating if you want to have children, or if you already do, if you want to have another baby, maybe. So sort of just small things like that. I feel like overall, this implies really great emotional fulfillment, but you're kind of contemplating should I make this decision? Will things get better, or is this not necessary? That type of thing. So your challenge is the Queen of Cups reversed. So I think a lot of you, this does tie into pregnancy, because this card is all about family, and then this card is a lot about pregnancy, especially in this deck. She is literally pregnant. So it did come up reversed too. So, I don't wanna say obviously, you're not all pregnant, but I do feel like pregnancy is a big thing on your mind right now, and you're just, like, debating if you wanna get pregnant or not, if you wanna have kids, if you wanna have more kids. Um, that's just, like, a strong message there. I know it's super specific. Other than pregnancy, this could have to do with, like, a creative project too. So you could have been really working hard on something and you're, like, debating if you wanna release it to the world or not, or, this could be, like, a private thing you've been working on and you're debating if you wanna share this with the world or not. Because we do have, like, release your power, so there could be something that you're, like, really holding inside of you, and something with this ambition card, something you've been working on, like, really hard for a while, and you've been kinda keeping it locked inside of you, and you're, like, debating if you wanna share it with the world or not. 8 of Cups, all these cups, cups, cups. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or you have that in your chart here. So 8 of Cups reverse, there's something you really wanna return to, there's something you wanna go back to. Some of you are even, like, craving to go back to your childhood or sort of, like, recreate your childhood, especially, like, with this sweet memories here. You could be really wanting to get back in touch with, like, old friends of yours, um, reconnect with people from your past or maybe, like, an old flame from your past you wanna get back in touch with. Also with all these cups energy too, and with the lotus fairy here, this is a very spiritual time for you. So your intuition is on point right now. You're getting a lot of deep spiritual messages right now. So as a Libra, as an air sign, you tend to be more like intellectual and rational, but with all these cups cards coming up, I feel like your intuition is being heightened right now and you're getting a lot of psychic messages coming through and you can definitely trust them in this moment. But there's something you wanna, like, return back to. So, especially, again, to get super specific, like, if you do have kids, this can definitely be, like, should I have more kids? That can be a big thing. What else? Yeah, you're just debating, like, do I wanna return this could be an old lover, like, you're debating, do I wanna return to an old lover? Do I wanna open up myself emotionally to them? Do I wanna come back to them? There could have been someone in your past who you saw a future with, and you pictured yourself getting married and having kids with them, but that just fell through, it never happened. So maybe you're debating if you wanna give this a second chance or you wanna try this again with this person. So on your mind is Temperance. This is also like watery energy. So I know like it does represent Sagittarius, which is like a fire sign, but like in the traditional rider waite, you see the angel holding the two what is it, like cups of water basically. So I do get like more watery energy here. So again, like your intuition is on point. Temperance also speaks about like the angels too. I feel like you have a specific guardian angel who is looking after you, or someone who you're in contact with, spiritual contact with an angel right now. Oh my God. That was like a lot. Um, yeah, sometimes you need to take a breather, just like this Temperance. She's taking a breather. So I feel like you're trying to like keep your cool, you're trying to remain balanced. You don't really want to rock the boat right now, but you could definitely be debating like, do I want to try something new? Or more so, I feel like this is something from your past, something you've already done before with the 8 of Cups reverse. So I feel like you're trying to stay balanced. I love this card too because like you see on one side she has it's hard to see, but she has cupcakes and like a martini here. So she's got like her junk food and alcohol. But on the other side, she has carrots, water, and a book. Um, so yeah, she's, like, literally balanced, so you got, like and that is Libra, like, I know this people connect this card to Sagittarius, but I am getting strong Libra vibes with this because Libra is all about balance. It's, like, balancing the junk, the alcohol, and, like, the fun stuff, the pleasurable stuff, and then, like, what's good for you, like, good food, knowledge, staying hydrated, and just like taking a balanced approach. So I feel like you're trying to avoid like extremism right now, which is like very typical of Libra anyway. You are a very balanced sign. Um, so it's like that's very typical of you anyway. Okay, so we have the Tower reverse. So this is in your past. This is something that already happened. Plus, it's not upright. This came out reverse. Okay, so this tells me that you definitely like you rebuilt something. Okay, and I'm getting two different, like very specific storylines regarding pregnancy for those who less people are gonna relate to this, but, like, if you did have, like, a bunch of kids in the past, it could be like you just got to the point where, like, you finally got your life together, you finally got your shit together because, like, having a bunch of babies, like, that's a shit show, like, you don't get any sleep, like, your finances go out the window, like, your life it kind of, like babies are a blessing, but, like, it wrecks your life, like, let's be honest, like, your life comes crashing down, like, it changes everything, it kind of makes everything go to shit, to be honest, but then your kids reach a point where they get to an age and they can actually take care of themselves, and it's like, "Oh my god," like, you actually know what you're doing, like, I don't have to do every little thing for you, I don't have to tie your shoes, I don't have to make every single meal for you, like, it's like a baby comes in, it crashes everything down, but then they get older, they get more self-sufficient, and it's like the tower rebuilds itself. Um, so this could be you debating like, all right, everything's finally like peaceful, everything's chill, and it's like, well, do I want to have another baby though? Do I want to knock that tower down once again? Do I want to sort of rock the boat within this perfect family that I already have? Okay, so I know that's super specific and like not no one's really gonna relate to that, but this is just like a really clear message that I saw. So that's just one case scenario. Um, Another case scenario, this is probably a lot more relatable. Um, for those of you who like you don't have kids, you're not even married or anything. Someone from the past, I feel like this tower in reverse represents like rebuilding yourself after this person left you or after you left them. It's like you finally got your life together. Um, after a breakup or after a really hard loss, you finally reached a point of balance and like you developed your own routine, like you got into your own thing again, and like you finally achieved a place of like inner balance, inner peace. Like I'm happy where I am with who I am. So the tower is like picking up the pieces. But now that everything's settled, it's like you have this inner urge to return back to this person. Hmm. Okay. So I feel like going with the same storyline, I feel like a lot of you are not going to get a second chance with this person. I feel like at least not for the time being, or you're just like very resistant to forgive this person. Because I feel like it took, if there's someone who left your life, it took a really long time to like get your shit back together. It took a it took a lot of work, a lot of energy to pull yourself back together. And now you're like kind of missing this person. But I feel like coming into the future, the fact that this came up reverse, either you or this person became very hesitant or will sorry, this is going into the future, so this is, like, hasn't even happened yet. Um, you or this person is very resistant to forgive, um, so maybe you wanna go back to them and they're just not having it, or maybe you do wanna go back to them, but you're at the same time, it's like you're sorta holding on to this grudge, so you're just not really sure if you wanna accept them back into your life or not, so I am getting, like, a lot of resistance. 9 of Swords reverse, so I feel like you have a lot of anxious thoughts on your mind and you're trying to, like, avoid them. I feel like you're trying really hard to just, like, remain calm and just, like, keep your cool, and you just wanna, like I feel like you don't really wanna face your emotions. Um, some of you are just completely, avoiding your emotions and avoiding these anxious thoughts, like, you don't even wanna deal with them. For others, you could be on the other side of the spectrum where you're journaling, like, you're really healing, like, you're getting through the root of these issues. You're doing yoga, you're doing meditation, you're just breathing through it, and you're like, "Alright, like, I have this, like, missing piece, and, like, I'm really restless to fill this hole inside of me, and there's definitely something from the past that's on your mind." Um, but you're just trying to, like, clear through it, work through these anxious thoughts. 4 of Wands, okay, so whoever you're dealing with, I feel like the feeling is mutual. I feel like they do want to reconcile with you. They do wanna come together with you. If this is a romantic partner, they wanna get married to you. If this is an old friend, they just wanna, like, party with you, they wanna hang out with you. They wanna have stability with you. Um but the fact and I feel like you like, deep down I feel like deep, deep down, you really wanna be with them, but I feel like on the surface, you're trying to, like, practice self-control, and this person is like, "Yes, I wanna be with you, I wanna come back to you, I wanna reunite," um, but I feel like you're very likely to shut them down. Maybe not right away, but you're just, like, very, like I don't know, like, as much as I miss you, like, I don't know if I can do it. Okay, and your guidance is the Hermit, so oh my god, another zodiac sign got the same exact card, same reversal, same position as their guidance. I wanna say it was Virgo, okay, and the Hermit itself is the Virgo too, so you should definitely check out the Virgo reading, especially if you have any of that in your chart or you're dealing with someone who has that, um, but basically the same thing I said to them is that this is about letting your wall down, letting your guard down. Okay, so I feel like you really miss this person, you wanna give them a second chance, and they definitely wanna come back to you. I feel like with this card, like, this is spirit saying, like, "Let down your walls, like, let go." You don't have to be with them, especially if it's romantic, like, you don't have to run into their arms and, like, get married to them the next day. Um, but I feel like it's worth at least, like, hearing this person out if they are willing. It's worth talking to them if they're willing to be civil. It's definitely worth, like, letting your guard down. And then we have 4 of Pentacles reverse. Okay. So upright, this is about like really holding on. Reversal, this is about letting go. So I can see this card coming out in two ways. This could either represent the fact that you are ultimately going to let go of this person and you are going to choose to move on from them. But another case scenario is that you are going to decide to let go of not the person, but the grudge that you were holding on to. So if there's this grudge you've been holding against someone, that could be the case. You're deciding to finally like seek forgiveness or at least take those first steps into finding forgiveness with this person. Okay, so this reading was super long. This is like a very like strong message. I mean, all the readings have been pretty strong messages so far. So I'm gonna wrap this up because this is pretty long. I guess my final word is that like ultimately the decision is up to you. Fate is in your hands. There is resistance. I feel like you're very torn between holding on to a grudge and letting go of it. Okay, so this person does miss you. If this is someone who you've had a split from, this is someone or a separation, this person does want to reunite with you. But there is something about needing to let your walls down and needing to let go of a grudge. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I wish you many blessings. That was a crazy reading. Okay. Bye, Libra. Thank you for watching.